night. So I'm in my kitchen. I'm trying to clean this hot mess up. I was out all day. Well, yes, I was on the road all day, but came back and tried to support everyone I can. But you guys know how I am, so I just get off. Everybody live now, so I'm gonna have one more person watching right now. So good night, beautiful people. Good night. So while I'm here, I was supposed to go to bed, but then I decided to clean my kitchen up, put all the garbage together, because when you live upstairs, sometimes it's so hard to run downstairs. So I combine all the garbage together and getting it together, and then need to get my living room together, because my living room is a hot mess. Oh, good night, Corn. How are you? Good night. I'm just getting off. I try to, make sure I catch up with some videos of other, other people and stuff like that. So that was good. So I was just here trying to, do a little catch up. My battery even dead too. My battery dead. So I have it enjoyed. So how you doing, Karen? How you doing? Good night. Thank you for always coming back and supporting me. This season I need to put them up. And then it's so funny. I have all of these things right here and I have cupboard space, but I'm too short. I might have to get me a ladder. Because I'm too short. So everything after just bunk where I can reach them. You have to just catch where I can reach them. Because there's no need for me to pop myself down. I'm going to put some canned stuff right here. Tomorrow I'm planning to make some soup. So good night, family. Good night, good night. I know I didn't even let nobody know I'm coming on here, but it's okay. Good night. What is that? Okay. Somebody else just come on in. My battery is dead. Oh, you watching football? Who is playing? Who is playing? Who's playing tonight? Sometimes you feel sleepy, you still gotta push for the work. Because when I did my test today. So, yep. I'm sitting and taking. Yes. Oh, the Chargers and the Broncos. Okay. So who's in the lead? I like I have to know the scores. Scores are most important to me. I want to know. Oh, the Chargers. Wow, that was the name suggests Chargers. The name suggests Chargers. I'm like a little old lady. You go to the store, you have some stuff, and it's so hard to let go. It's not even funny how hard it is to let go. You just let go of a little detail. I was gonna go downstairs while the kids sleep, but then I said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go downstairs. I'm just gonna leave him, put the garbage out to the side, and then drop it in the morning. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, wow. And then yesterday, I tried to upload the video of the thing there. What they call it? Of the For the 1,000 subscribers to show my appreciation and everything. When I ready to upload that video was in a different angle. I'm like, oh Lord. Sometimes you think you're doing something. I'm not technophile, but I try to do what I can. You know what I mean? But Lord, all the time I'm taking the picture, they didn't even realize that it was in a different angle. I had no clue it was in a different angle. You know what I mean? I was clueless. I was clueless. Clueless. Trying to take this stuff off. And then I got my living room. I got to start some wash clothes and I got to go to the washer. I was supposed to go, but then this week I have. Today, all day, I got up. I was in a meeting from 9 o'clock this morning. Not 9 o'clock, from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. Each meeting was like an hour. Get out of one, hop right into the next one. Get out of one, hop right into the next one. And then I had to go over to the place there to go take my test. And then I had to rush back so fast. Ugh. As Jones would say, it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. It's for sure hard. For sure, you know. But you will get it. We will get it. We will get it. We will get it. And these things here, they taste good, you know. They taste good. I cooked them before. Even though they're the white pasta, they do taste good. And these are some drink. They taste like soy. I think they're soy milk. This one, they're not bad. This one, I just gotta pull it and put it in the fridge. But for me, I'm not a person who drinks stuff off the fridge. So if I pull it and put it in the fridge now, then I might not drink it. But and I have two different. This is the organic soy. They both organic. And it tastes good. So even though you look at this and you say, ooh, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's not bad. If you drink soy milk, it's not bad. Yeah, because I've been procrastinating about and I'm typically a night person per se, but because my kids go to school, I have to watch what I do. But I'm typically a night person. I like to get my stuff done at night. You know, get stuff done at night. In the daytime, no. I'm not the day person. But if I have to do what I have to do, I'll do. But I'm more of a night person, you know what I mean? So I'm more of a night person. I'm gonna put my these upstairs, but not right now. I'm gonna stay right back here for now. I'm gonna stay right back here for now. But I hope everyone is having a blessed night, you know. Everything is good. The kids went to their bed. I make sure I got them a nice warm shower before they go to bed. They were playing today. They did a good job today, so especially the big one, because from the other day I get on him and tell him to get his work together. And I told him if he don't get his work together, the belt will talk. He don't want the belt, so the fastest he get his work and he called me. He said, Mom, come and look. This is my work and life. Sometimes you gotta get down on the kids because they don't understand sometimes, you know. They understand, but what I mean, they don't understand. They don't understand that their education is important, you know, because what many of us understand now, if we had taken it serious when we were younger, things would have been better sometimes. You know, sometimes the route we tried, you can't blame yourself for the route you take in life, but it's just that some things you could have, you know, been easily from early, you know, from early detection, you know. Such is life. It come with its story time. They say, what is life without ups and downs? And tomorrow I'm planning to make me some soup. I was thinking to from the other day my mind be running onto some good old soup. So I need to get me some soup. Need some soup. Some good old soup. I like to have food in my house in the family because when you have children, you gotta always have something just in case, especially when you live alone and you got children that you don't feel like get up to do nothing. You know, they can always go there and help themselves, you know what I mean? They can always help themselves. So I'm almost done. I just have these little condiments here that I gotta put on. No, look, when you go to the store, they always give. These are good. they come in handy because I don't eat the hot sauce, but like when somebody come to the house and they say, "You have any hot sauce?" and you can say, you know. But such is life. Such is life. And I used to work midnight, so I still have little nights inside of me. Still have little nights inside of me, family. And still blessed, still grateful, still giving thanks to life. Still blessed. Gotta give God thanks to life. And then I have my grown provision in this basket. I bought this grown basket here with grown provision, so I got that. So, yeah. So I'm grateful for life. I have a drink some water. This one. And if you guys drink it. I don't really like the acidic part of it, but I still drink. I still do drink it. Just a drinking it. Because they're already in the house. You don't want your food waste when they're already in the house. And then, so I was coming back home this evening. All I could see was dark. Outside is dark and piercing up. Piercing up. Good thing I wasn't driving far. Piercing, no. It's a good thing I wasn't driving too far. Because it's not nice, especially when you just start falling and you can't see. And it's pouring down so hard, it's just booming in your face. Even though you're in a car, you know what I mean? But yes, the year is ending and I'm doing a lot of reflection. A lot of reflection as to how I want to, journey into 2025. That spare my life and what are some of the things I would hope to achieve as a year end, and what are some of the ways that is in me that I would love to change. So I'm doing deep introspection of myself and see how well I can be there for not just myself but for others, for like my children, and for just everybody who support me, be around me, whether in person, not in person, or whatever. Just want to be that supportive person. That mean even if they never have that or anything, they had that one person that you know can always give support. You know what I mean? Not looking for anything in return, because they always says once you give you will receive. Once you give you will receive. So you just gotta always keep going, never give up, and just doing some deep introspection. And trying to find ways of how to be better, able to be a better, yeah, person for my children, not just to be a mother, but also to be a person that my children can look up to. We can have good communication going on and stuff like that. See what works and what don't work. The going through the whole process of trials and errors and see how I can work to be a better person for my children and myself and others around me as well. You know what I mean? Because every day I get up, I'm constantly learning something. I gain something. I gain ideas. I gain a better mind frame. I gain peace. Sometimes you have it, but then something comes in the way and it just trying to clock you up together, like you can't go apart because of all the things. So I'm constantly here learning, and as I learn, I'm growing and decide to say, what, that's not what I want. This is what I want. You know what I mean? So, and that's a routine as well, because growing up as a child, we had to make New Year resolution as to say, what do we want to achieve as the year ends? We do journaling or something, or we have discussion about what would we like to achieve going forward, or what we learned in 2024 that would have changed going in 2025. Well, what I learned in 2024 right now, going into 2025, that even when you think it's peace and safety, anything can be sudden destruction. So I learned that, and all the reason why I learned that is through my trials and error with 2024, with being summoned to go to court. That was the biggest lesson that I've learned, that even when you think you're paying your bills and you're doing the right thing or everything, you're not safe, especially if the place is not yours, you're not safe. So even when you're doing the right thing, other people could have other plans for their place, and or they think you're an easy target to target, so they target you, or they think that because you're maybe from a different background, they can harass you because they think you don't know the law and all these things, or they think you're not going to seek help. And there are just several factors that comes into play, and then this year is just it's just a wake up call for me to tell myself that you can't trust no one. You just gotta live. You know, you just gotta live, have an open mind, and try to steer yourself. Every time you get up and you look at yourself and you realize that, today I feel much more happier than yesterday. You just always try to be better than yourself yesterday. Can't aim to be better than nobody else, but to be better than ourselves. So I'm doing all those things, and tell myself that even though when you're living and you're renting or a store, you can't be too comfortable. So now that's what I learned for this year. You cannot be too comfortable because every landlord ain't gonna be the same thing. Some is gonna be paying in the Z, and some is just gonna be their true, genuine, authentic, cool, calm, collective self. They're not gonna bother you. They're not gonna harass you. They're not gonna stress you. They're not even gonna have you drag you over into situation. They rather talk it over with you, see how best they can come to a resolution before taking matters to the court, because that's the other thing I learned. It's not a nice feeling when you're being summoned to go to court, and anybody who have ever been in that predicament before, whether it was wrongfully or you did something and you had to go. I don't know what kind of feeling you had when you realized reality catch up on you. But for me, there was nothing I did wrong, but reality really struck for me to wake up and say, hey, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pressing on, because even when you're doing the right thing, somebody's out there trying to destroy you. Somebody's out there to destroy you, and they're all in your face too. When people trying to destroy you, they're all in your face. Like what I've been through, with that day, I remember my son was homeschooled, and I just dropped the little one off, came back home, and I looked through my door, saw this white paper, and I'm like, what kind of paper is this now? And then remember, I showed to my son, I said, go get that paper, and then I realized he wouldn't be able to reach it. So I went myself and go get it. When I get that paper, guys, I got up that morning, and when I tell you I was in a good mood, I was in a good mood. But that's another thing too. They say when you're too happy, sometimes something is about to happen. Maybe some uncalled for, unnecessary news you're gonna hear. Brace for it. And I was so happy that morning. I was eager. I was planning, okay, I'm gonna set my living room up again. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And guys, when I saw that white piece of paper, when I tell you, it's like somebody just take their hand and just knock me in the chest backwards, and that's how I felt that day. It's like a hard hit, but you didn't get hit. That's how I felt when I get that note on my door. Because it is embarrassing, that's one. You don't know where that note was coming from. You don't know if it was pasted up downstairs because it's an apartment building. You will never see it because you overlooked it or anything. You just never know. So everybody know where you live at, who is in the building or who coming to and from or anything. They might not know your name, but by then if somebody know where your number is at, they could say, hey, who live at XY number? You know what I mean? And then that embarrassing, it's at your door, plus other people live across from you. So those things are very embarrassing. So this year kind of taught me that as long as you're living somewhere and it's not yours, and even if you live somewhere and it's yours and you're still paying for a mortgage or anything, I know that can still be taken away from you if you fall on short times as well. So, it just goes to show that we gotta constantly keep going. We gotta constantly keep going. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep pressing. We can't give up. Like I posted a video this evening and it was supposed to post yesterday and it would have posted yesterday, so I posted today, and it was saying this is my rendition of going into 2025, and it just speak the message was just speaking to me and I couldn't express it. I had to just sing it out. You know what I mean? 2024 was filled with lessons and also filled with great connections as well, because I was able to start my YouTube channel in 2023, even though I was on there a while, but I never post anything until in December of 2023. That's when I started posting in December, and then move on to 2024. So there are some less good lessons as well, as opposed to connection and stuff like that. But then when you come on to personal life, it's like people who are around me that were present, I realized they were like little monsters that just there to destroy you, but you don't know until they do something. And that's the reality. You will have people around you that is literally present in front of you, not people who you're not physically see and can touch or whatever, in front of you, and you don't know what their true purpose is around you. You don't know what their intentions are, because some people will come off and they will very much perform like they got you until they destroy you. And somebody say, I got you. Yes, they do got you, because they are around you because they have an ulterior motive. And when they realize that they either fulfill that ulterior motive or they couldn't fulfill that ulterior motive, they start to deteriorate, trying to deteriorate you, like tear you down. It's like plotting against you and you don't even know, in your plain eyesight. So 2024 is a year that told me never, 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 never be too comfortable. Always sometimes get out your comfort zone, because something is going on that need to be shuffled up. Especially when you get too comfortable, you get too relaxed and think everything is going good. Something is around the corner. So if I don't constantly rotate and shuffle up the pack, even when I'm all yay, but there's deep down something is out there trying to come after this happiness, this joy that I'm trying to create. You know what I mean? So I have to learn that, wow, it's a year filled with ups and downs, you know. Every year I normally look at life like, thank you God, I'm alive and well. But then when the lessons start to come, and always as the more you go up the ladder, the more you're gonna see bigger lessons, bigger things that you have to fight off to get there. It's not gonna be easy, you know. But through every obstacles, I learned that there is always a brighter light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what I am going by, and that's what I'm using. And I just hope and pray that everybody would reflect on their life for this year, and the previous year is already gone and done. We can't talk about those because those already had their lessons. But I just hope that everybody will reflect on their life, what went wrong, what didn't go right, and how can you fix it going forward in 2025, if we should live to see this world, because we have to say if we should live, you know what I mean, because we don't hold our life. We think we hold our life, but we don't. We only can speak things into existence and send it out into the universe. Doesn't mean we might live to accomplish those goals, you know what I mean. And I lost family member, I lost best friends by an car accident, only son for his mom. I lost my nephew, my mom nephew by accident as well. Drinking and driving, those are some of the other things, man. Don't wish that on my worst enemy, because just to hear how those two people that were so good to me, they weren't here. But when I heard those things, and I know these people are good to you, when you know somebody are good to you, or when you were going through your storms, or saying, it doesn't matter if they were younger than you or older than you, doesn't order of operation doesn't matter. People, if they're good, they're good. You know what I mean? Order of operation to me does not matter. And they just the way how they lost their life was devastating, You know what I mean? And everything, and just life on a whole, and then all the things that come as well in 2020, for as well, that with parents with young children, and with all the mass shooting that's going on, and so parents can be held accountable. Those are another lesson that I learned, that I have to constantly grow with my children. It's not a curve like I want to be mad at them today and not teach them how to grow. I have to reinvent myself, reorganize, shuffle up the deck to see where I go wrong. How could I fix things to let my children be a better person? Even though you could make them be a better person, you could give them the world, but everybody have a mind of their own. Yeah? But as long as they live with you, it's everything that affects them gonna affect you, because they're still underage. So those are another big stress, because now they can send you to jail for 15 years, because we see it pass into law. Well, in Michigan, it passed into law. So many lessons. Some are really something that not it don't digest right away. It's constant rotation. That sometimes you can't figure out why, or why should you be held accountable for your children's sins or anything, you know what I mean? Because they think that as parents we should have all the A's and the Z correct. So I don't know. But those are some of the lessons I learned in 2024. And then some of the good one was my mom was able to come here and visit me. And my sister came here in, when did she came here? No, she had came in the year before. So my mom was able to come last year and visit me and stuff, and that was good. And I was able to move in last year. By the time I get over to here, it was little less than a year. So that was good. And what else? What else was good? I had a new job, so that was good. And trying to find myself back cooking and doing all this stuff that I like. Well, I still haven't done all this stuff that I like. I'm still lingering, but I'm getting there. I'm working. Working. I'm a walking person that is walking in progress. You know what I mean? And I'm giving myself grace to get there. And just so many things. Getting therapy. I used to do a lot of classes online as well. So I need to get back into the habit of doing those things again. Because for a while I didn't feel like doing those kind of stuff. Because sometimes when you go through so much in life, even when you don't express those things, but you go through so much in life, it's kind of hard sometimes for you to really point the finger as to why. You know what I mean? It's hard sometimes. So yeah. And then sometimes people judge you not realizing what you're going through. Not because you see your life and you have it good or everything. That doesn't mean everybody have life good. But they're just trying to put their best foot forward. We hear that all the time. People trying to put their best foot forward. Doesn't mean I have to come and tell you, oh, I'm about to be outside. Oh, I don't know where my next. No, I don't need to come and cry, 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 cry. No, I cry to my God. You know what I mean? I don't need to cry to mankind. I just need to, if I have to talk about what I'm going through, yes, but doesn't mean I need to be bawling every second about something. You know what I mean? But they say take it to the Lord in prayer. Take it, and that's what I've been doing. You know, take it to Him in prayer. Counting. I'm grateful for the people that while I'm going through my situation, He planted so many beautiful people, even if they didn't understand what I was going through. He planted so many people right there to stand in the midst of everything, even things that I would not be able to understand all by myself. He planted people to be right there for me, so they were able to help steer me in the right direction and lead me. Even when I couldn't lead myself because I don't know how. So I'm happy for those kind of changes, because even though those the hurdles, I would say was more than I could bear, or more than I could chew. But then when I weigh the pros and cons, I had so many good things that the scale is balanced. So I just have to make sure that going into 2025, God spare my life, I go with what I want, and not what I want, not what I don't want. I go with the things that are of importance to me, not just going because I want to go. I want to go with the things that is of importance to me. I'm a people person. I know how to interact with and engage with other people. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just you have your own personal life going on, and it's not easy sometimes. And that's why nowadays I'm learning. Even when I go through therapy say you just gotta give yourself grace. You know. Oh yes, you gotta thank God for everything because the good and the bad make the world up. It's not just good. You know, the good and the bad make the world up. And when something bad happened to you, that's when you realize that, oh, okay. That's when you realize you need to shuffle the deck. It's like you get a question wrong. That's when you realize that you need to work a little harder because if you failed it like this, like I was listening to the coach for the Lion, I was listening to a clip of him on Google, not YouTube, on Google, and he was saying, you know what? We had 11 consecutive win in a row, and nobody really talk much about that. But the little failure we have, and then he used the letter F word, it's like it's gonna make a whole bunch of things pop up, but nobody see the consecutiveness, and that's what we have to appreciate too. When we're being consistent with anything we're doing, whether supporting others, whether doing what we're doing behind the scene that nobody know of, or even take your time to do if you have a channel or you're cooking, you're going out, you're hanging out with your friends and family or something. Nobody will ever see the good you're doing until something bad happened. Then they run quick with the bad. And I was listening to him, and I would encourage anybody to listen to that podcast because he had so many things to say. That man, his mouth don't hold nothing. He just said it as it is. And I was like, wow. Because he said, you know, we're going to take some loss and something, and we're going to, you know, it's all about the life. We got to just keep going. Go back to the drawing board. Don't need to beat ourselves up and all these things. You guys should take a listen to that thing there. It was on Google with the coach from the Lions. And I like it, you know, even though just the message and everything that he was talking about, you know. That's what I'm following. Sorry about that. So I'm telling you, man, you guys should check it out because when he was saying, you know, even though it's referring to sports, but I'm in the sporting world too because I like sport. But just to see how some of the things was able to be relatable, you know, things can always be relatable to your life, you know, whether it is not meant directly to talk specific about your life, but just the words or the way they frame things sometimes make you look back in your life and say, wow, even though it meant for the sporting arena, but it really impact my life as well. You know what I mean? It's like somebody going through something. It's not the same situation as you. It's like your arm here is this, and that person arm is that. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. But as I say, everything make up this world. Everything make this world up. Everything, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. So all we can do is just keep going, keep going. Even sometimes we repeat it ourselves, like me. But sometimes it's just a reminder to say, you know what, we gotta keep going. Because when you say keep going, it's a repetition. You know, keep going, never give up. It's if that's the way we have to pull through, like sometimes we just keep telling ourselves, keep going, keep press on, just don't give up. Because sometimes you don't have nobody to help motivate you. Sometimes you don't have nobody to support you. Sometimes you don't have the encouragement within yourself to encourage yourself. So sometimes when you find that little one little word or one little song or a hymn or humming something like a hummingbird or something. You just gotta use it to motivate yourself. Cause if you don't do it, who's gonna do it? You know, we can't wait for others to do everything for us. They ain't gonna do it. You know, they ain't gonna do it. You know, it's like crying. It's like somebody cry out and you jump in your car and say, "Okay, I gotta go check on my brother or I gotta go check on my sister." But then when you cried out, nobody there for you. But you gotta realize that God is there with you through the midst, through the storm. He's there with you. When you think nobody's there, not there, he's there. He's there. He's just waiting for you to see what you're gonna do. Be like Peter. Peter trying to cry the water, and Peter realized he started to sink. He called on Jesus, and Jesus was able to stretch his hand out there. So you see, in everything in life, sometimes you gotta. If you don't do the work, you won't know if you're gonna get no result, you know. And then sometimes you're doing the work and it be so unappreciative, you know. It's like they want you work yourself to death before they appreciate you. My roses must be given when I'm alive, not when I'm dead. Because you're going to give it to the concrete. You ain't going to give it to me. Or whichever way I choose to be buried. Whether cremate or you never know. You know what I mean? So, what is life? It's what makes the world go around, you know. Without the bad, without the good, we will be able to having so many things to implement in this world, like implementation of this, implementation of that. We'll not be able to have none of that, you know. So, well, we say kudos to everything that make the world up. We might not like everything that make the world up, but if all of us were supposed to have the same mind, whew, the world is already confused. If all of us were supposed to have the same mind, I'm telling you, we would not be here today because we're all confused. You know, so gotta clean my hot mess up, guys. My house is a hot mess. It's okay. That's okay. I was born to work. I was born to work, so clean up these things here. And then I have that garbage here in that box to take out of here. And then I need to change these, wash them off. So many things, but I'm just gonna wipe down the stove. Wipe the stove down. It's, you know. And that's the other thing, we have to be grateful for where we live. What we have a roof over our heads, you know. So right now in this, some places gonna get like 6 inches of snow and all these things. And you know, Michigan gets snow too. So it was snowing earlier, so you know, outside by tomorrow morning we'll have some snow. Oh yes, oh yes. You know, one thing with me, I don't go to my bed mad. No, I never go to my bed mad. And I used to tutor this little girl. I know that's the reason why I never go to my bed mad. I used to tutor this little girl, and she was from New York at the time, but she lives in Jamaica with her grandma and her adopted mom. And she went to school, and I don't know what happened that day when she went to school, but the people who I used to tutor the children for was like this in society. So the child went to school. I don't know what the teacher said to the child, and his child said, "You can't hit me." And this was in this couple years ago now. Well, good amount of years now. "You can't hit me. If you hit me, I call the cop on you." So I guess the school had called the grandma, not the adoptive mom, but the grandma, because she was with the grandma, and I was tutoring her evening time, giving her lessons and stuff. And she told the teacher, said she can't hit her. I don't know what she did at school, because I wasn't there. And grandma was very strict. The grandma was very strict. So we don't know what took place on the night. Grandma was hot, happy, jelly person. And then the night she went to bed, she and the little girl was at the house. And the night she went to bed, it was a Thursday. She get up in the morning and tell the little girl, "I'm not feeling well, call my stepdaughter." I think some number, you know how we give children number. And she tell the little girl to call the number. When the little girl call the number, they bring her to, there was this doctor in Mandeville, I forgot his name. Well, I remember his name, but I ain't gonna say. And when they went there, because he was a good doctor, when they went there with her, the doctor said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do for this lady. She need to go to the hospital right away." So the helicopter flew down to Kirkvine in Mandeville and pick her up. Took her to UC in Kingston, flew her there. That means you see how serious it was. flew her there, and they did an emergency surgery on her, and that was the last of her. Her blood vessel burst in her head. This is stress. They say you don't let nobody stress you out. No. You rather whatever bother you, talk it out. Get somebody that you can talk to everything. That was the end of her. I think I have a mark on one of my eye. One of my neighbor, he was such a jokeified person. You know, the elderly, there's something else, you know. And he come, I was getting ready for work that morning. I used to work, young person, I used to work in a meat department at the time, and I remember I was at work after I heard the news that grandma passed away, and I didn't believe because the person who come and told me, he said, grandma was playing football and grandma did not score. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because that's how he is, even with his own peers. Because before grandma died, we used to talk, grandma used to talk to me about him, and he said, same way when his mom died, same way he come and tell me, you know, that's how he is. He always gonna say they play football and they didn't score, so they died. I'm like, what you mean? And then he say, grandma kicked the bucket. I said, what you mean? He said, grandma died. I said, what? I went to work that day. I fell off of a thing at work. Almost dig my whole eye out, a metal thing. Boom, right under here. I'm telling you. I could not believe I was at work crying because she was a very good lady too. I was at work crying. And the funny thing, she had plans. She had dreams. I remember before all of that came into play, she was planning to migrate over here. She was gonna get a trip to come over, and she was asking me to stay at the house. Me and a friend of mine, she was asking to stay at the house while she over here. She didn't make it to come over here. So you see, you have plans and you have dreams, and things just can be shattered. So we just have to be, be grateful and be thankful, as Karen said here. We gotta be thankful, but talk about the things, don't think everything is here. So from that day till now, I tell this story all the time. I don't go to my bed mad. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm not going to my bed mad. And from the other day, I'm saying to myself, I see some growth in me in terms of getting back to what I'm accustomed to. You know, there's sometimes you've been around some person, all they make you do is sin yourself. You sin yourself. Sin yourself. It's like you're constantly sinning yourself. So I make myself a promise. I don't care who I'm around. I'm not going to my bed mad. You could be mad with me all day long, but me, no. You want going to your bed mad, no. Because I see what happened, and that doctor was a very good doctor. And when he said, ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't do nothing for her. You gotta get the thing. They had to flew her. Because driving probably should have died on the way because she had internal bleeding. That's how stress level can bust your blood vessel. So that's one of the other thing. If you know you have it, and then she had trouble with high blood pressure too. So that's another thing when you know you have high blood pressure, which is hypertension. Pay attention. You don't want nobody stress you out. If they stress you out, you put them on pause. You don't go to bed, man. That's not a nice feeling when you go to bed, man. And then you know what you have to deal with. Sometimes people go to bed mad and they can't sleep in the night. They tormented. They in there literally in their bed arguing with people. No. You go down on your knee and you pray to God and ask the direction. Because God can deliver us. And that was the end of her. And she had plans. She didn't even get to see me go to college. And I remember I was telling my friend at the time, I said when I was graduating, I said, one person would be so proud of me is her. And she never get to see that dream come true. She wasn't my grandmother, but I was just tutoring her granddaughter, and when she was so nice to me, she took me for her little because I was young at the time too, so she took me for her little daughter as well. We'll make it. We'll make it. So don't go to your bed, mad people. So from there on, I don't care. I ask God for direction. Yes. Going to your bed mad is not pleasing nobody, but all you're doing it to yourself is tearing down your mental health further and further. You ever have a high stress level where you constantly your head is just feeling like you're ready to explode. So if you have hypertension, you don't want to go to your bed, man. High blood pressure and then something. Stress. You know, your level of stress. You know what you're going through, whatever you're going through, but you get a remote and put those people on pause. They'll be alright for another day. Or you don't deal with them no more. Either or. You know, your peace of mind is better than going back and forth with people. You know, like recently I reached out to one person here, one of the thing here, and they were going back and forth, and all I do with my phone, I just go like this: BLOCK block. Cause if you still on the same BL from day one, no, I find myself, I find my peace. No, you're not going to interrupt it. No, let me be miserable and mad at my own self, but that doesn't mean it's supposed to have anything to do with you that go on for so long. You know what I mean? No, you shouldn't have nothing to do with that. You should have something to be mad at me trying to figure out life on my own now. Not you in the equation. When you were in there, you didn't do nothing. So when you're out of it, I don't need to be mad about you. I need to be. Anybody at all, male or female, you gotta be happy. Don't be stressed over nothing. Because guess what? Anything you lost can be regained. But when you have life and it's gone, that's it. I was watching somebody short today and they had a video, and the video was saying that it's just so funny how your mom, I forgot whose channel I was on, but if anybody, you know your channel, you know what I'm saying. And I was watching the video and he said, if any, it's so funny how it takes so long for you to come into this world, whole 9 months, and then it just take just like this for you to be gone. Just this, that's it. Big difference, eh? 9 months, you know. It take for us to be in this world, and all it take is for, and you're gone. So that what does that tell us? Can't be stressing ourselves too much. We gotta talk about things, and some of us we don't want to talk about things. We stress ourselves out. No, talk about it. Let's. I have a motto. You laugh after me now, but at least I'm getting the help I need. Kudos to you laughing after me. Bye. Yeah, here they said he who laughs laughs best. A lot of people don't understand that, you know, and then people are struggling and they see you doing something, and some people are not even bold enough to tell you to your face, you know what, sister, you know what, brother, I don't like this, so don't do this, don't do that. If you people who do that, I respect you for that. Because that means those people are not going to tear you down. But if a man who secretly laugh in your face, those people are dangerous. They had a song say, "You live in dangerous sea." Well, the world we live in now, we don't need to be stressing ourselves to the point where we go to our bed, man. No, you put that on pause. I tell everybody, you're going to put that on pause. Even if, I remember when I used to live with like partners or whatever, and you're mad and going to bed, you better apologize before you go to bed. Because that's not going to happen in the house. We're not going to bed, man. I say, go to bed in peace. If you want to get up in the morning and don't say hi to me or nothing, at least we know we wake up and see the next day. And we see two grumpy old people looking at each other. You know what I mean? You live to see the next day. Okay, I can go back and pause. Or I can unpause and keep going. But in the night, no. Because they tell you about in the night, weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. You gotta be mindful of that. You know, you gotta be very mindful of that. Weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. It's like when you're home alone sometimes. You don't get sick most time when people are around you. You get sick when you're alone. And sometimes I look at it like maybe if I will come into this world alone. So you just go like that. But life is what we make of it. Life is beautiful. But you have its trials, you have its tribulations, and we have to identify them, be aware of them, and be on the alert. Be on the alert. You were just recently in Michigan here, a young man was they said his father said struggling with mental health. He killed his mom. Stab her, kill her. 70-year-old woman gets stabbed to death by her own son. And You have children out there, you know how painful that is. For you to carry a child coming to this world for 9 months. And whatever they're going through, only thing you could have tell you to do is kill your parents. It's tough. Very tough. You know. Oh yeah, never let the sun go down before you I forget too, but it says something like never let the sun go down before. Something like your prayer, something like that. I don't remember, but if anybody remember, drop it in the comment. But you know, so you see how it go, you know, life is. And then when I heard that story, you know, and I think Reese, I like about 2 weeks ago, I was talking to a lady friend of mine, and I was telling them that was it last year Christmas or the year or 2021 in Thanksgiving, a young child was on their way coming back from Thanksgiving dinner with their family, and underneath the bridge, some bridge over here, I forgot the bridge, it's not too far either. He shoot his mom and kill him. And then this year somebody come after Thanksgiving, like few days ago, I think few days ago or last week or so, and stab his mom, kill him. And then the father said, this son is struggling through mental health. But if you're struggling through mental health and your mind tell you to kill your mama, there was nothing good inside of you could have talked you out of that to say that lady's your mama. That tell you that the heart of mankind is getting evil, and they talk about it. They say the heart of mankind is getting evil. And even though we might not like to hear the word evil, but Satan was one of Jesus' brightest angels, so you can't run from it. He was one of Jesus' brightest angels, and we all know the stories. They say the only thing he cannot do is blow breath in man. He can do every single thing else. Torment you, run you like a racket, everything. Make you look like you're hallucinating. Everything. Run you dry, run you to the ground just to destroy you. So we gotta remember those things, you know. But then it just struck a nerves to see when you have children and you're talking to them, they don't want to listen to you or anything, and then when you have to talk to these kids. Who's the hell buzzing my buzzer at this time of the night? At this time of the night, somebody buzzing my buzzer. Yeah, Lord. Thank God you don't have to worry, you know, you don't have to worry much. It's crazy, man. Oh yes. Oh yes, and they said the higher you go, you have a higher one too. I read it in the Bible book there the other day. So the higher you go, you're gonna have a higher one to deal with, and that is true. The higher you go, you're gonna have a higher one to deal with. So but you know what? Once your intention are pure in life, it's gonna make a difference. I'm not talking surface level pure. I'm talking you're genuine from deep down within. You know genuine people when you see them, they don't fake. They don't have no time to put on no fake nothing to know. What you see, they said is what you get. Yes. You see them at their high and you will see them at their low. You know, you don't have to worry about how they look or anything. That's what you see, that's what you're going to get. They're going to go out there and be 100% themselves. You got to put on all extra this, extra that. Then when you take off all of that, you're telling me you have two personality, you're bipolar. You know, I used to tell people all the time, I say, I guess I'm bipolar, but I wasn't diagnosed, you know, because you got to make fun of yourself sometimes. Appreciate you, Joe, appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome, my brother. Welcome, everybody. You know, but you gotta be careful because when you look and see even the children are taking their own parents' life, it's speaking volume of where we're going in this life. You can't talk to these kids no more. And part of can't talking to the children too, I think society help contribute to some of these things. They don't want you to scold your child, they don't want you to do this, and then everything they know, they say, oh, the children this, the children that. You know, those kind of things it just goes to show that mankind is really getting out of hand, and you clearly see it. Young, educated, bright boy had a future ahead of him. He go gun down somebody now, he gotta live in jail for the rest of his life, or they thinking of giving him the death penalty. born with qualification. So it goes to show it doesn't even matter if you have qualification or you got no qualification. What everything can happen to just about anybody. Even the baby that born today, sometimes some of them don't even live and they don't even do nothing. They didn't even come in the world and commit nothing. And they didn't even live. So they didn't even come in this world and do no harm to no one. So it just goes to show that it's long before you were born, I knew who you were. Before you were conceived in your mother's womb. You know, many times we look at life and we want to try to understand so many things, but there is nothing there for us to understand. The truth be told, there is nothing. Because every time we try to understand something, something else popped up. Every time we try to let go, something else arrive. Sometimes you move away from all this problem, and then you have a next problem to deal with. When it's not more bills, somebody messing with you now, completely different, brand new. Everything. And you is like, what next? That's the word coming now, like what next? But we gotta keep telling ourselves, keep going. We will make it. We will make it. When we see these situations arise, take deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Even today I was here. And my body was feeling so like I need to drink some beets or something. My body was just literally drained for a moment. And then I had to just lay down. And I remember I lay down on the couch. And I was saying, God, and this is when you know you're growing, guys. When you know you're growing, you're not saying, what is this devil wrong me? You're not talking like that. You're saying, Jesus. You know when you're growing, you're calling on the right person. As opposed to say, what the devil is around me? No. You're not saying none of that. So you pay attention to how you will know when you're growing. Especially if you're a person that used to think that something is wrong, you're in pain or whatever. But when you start to call on Jesus, he redirect you, he show you everything, that you need to see. I can't say for everybody because one size don't fit all. Whatever situation you're going to, he will show it to you so you can see for yourself. Sometimes it might take a little while for you to see things for yourself. Even if somebody was coming and say, hey, Harry was down the street there, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Pat was down the street. But because you refuse to believe, not say you refuse to believe, but you want to see for yourself. You want to take your own eyes to see so you can come to the conclusion. Not to say that you're not going to pay attention, but you don't want somebody to tell you want to be able to see. And then sometimes when you see, you might not see it again. So too many things is going on now. Nowadays we just gotta live. I see they have a commercial on the TV. I think they say just breathe. We just gotta breathe. Oh Lord, I'm praying. All the prayer warriors out there, and I mean prayer warriors, the people them who give their life to Christ already, and are born again. They say once you give life to God, you're born again, and all these things. I hope they can step up to the plate and see all these things that's going on there. We need the prayer warriors them again. We need them because we're losing a lot. We're losing a lot, and we need the prayer warriors them to step up. Just like we need people, we need schools, we need homes, we need this, we need everything that make up life, so we can have that balance going. So everything will make life up, you know what I mean? Everything. So we need the prayer warriors them as well. So they can help, fight the battle that's going on, the warfare that is here. But sooner or later we in our warfare right now. Because Revelation ain't lying either. They say in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, but He ain't lying. There's all the things that you see happening. Yeah? I remember 1 year, two sisters. I don't know what kind of discrepancy they have. And the younger one turned around and stabbed the big one, kill her. She's in jail now. Small kids, what kind of discrepancy could you have? That's you turn around and you picked up a weapon and you just knock your family member out just like that. Don't even have no mercy. Don't even care. But you know what? We gotta if we had siblings growing up and we almost go there and didn't go there, we have to be grateful because God was watching over us. We were praying. I just praying parents. And you pray over your children. And ask God for the and I think that's the one of the things we lack to, We're not praying as much as we used to. Before, gone were the days you couldn't go to bed without your family mate, without mama and papa pray for you. You all have to kneel down at a certain time. But you don't see those things anymore. We just send the poor kids into their bed and they just go to bed. And then in their head they start to think, oh, I'm not being loved. We don't know that they're thinking that they're not being loved. But they know that, So I think I've been doing that, but I'm not being consistent. So that's another goal I need to start pick up that. Because all in their experience, I'm telling you, they used to be down there. You better go pray when they're praying. You better join the line with them, Whether you want it or not, whether you want to pray or not, you have to join that line. You gotta be down on your knees, get your pillow, your little pillow, and you gotta pray. And even if you don't know how to pray, they always say whisper, he hear you. So, so we in our warfare now. That is more than us. So, and I think those are some of the things we need to start, get back our children together in prayer, in harmony, so they can understand what's going on around them. Because all that's going on, like I was having a conversation with my son earlier, and he said to me, he said, Mama, I said, I see you doing your work. I said, what make you start do your work now? He said, Mama, I pray to God, Mama. The little boy was telling me that. I pray to God because I always tell him, I said, listen, Mama is like mankind. You don't know what Mama will do to you, but if you pray to God, he will redirect you. And I said, why you start doing your work now? Because all of a sudden, he started to do his work on his own. On his own. It's not a little bit of yelling, screaming, shouting, all kind of stuff. I had to be rooted in for him to understand. I had to pull out all the stuff like I'm at the bus stop. Huh? And when I heard he said earlier, which was yesterday, he said, Mama, I pray to God, Mama. And God told me what to do. And I'm saying, as a young little man, and you saying that to me, I gave him a hug because I felt good knowing that he's in that place. And it's because I'm help steering him in that place. Because sometimes the way I talk to him, sometimes I never always be talking to him like that, Growing up when he was younger, we had things was better. We didn't have no issues. The few little issues we had was just typical issues. Pick your toys up and all these things. But when you see children start get stubborn, and then it's just you alone, and all the stress and all the agony and all the pain is on you. Whether you're male or female, and even if you're not single, you come with the territory. Every child gonna come with a unique personality. But when I heard he said, Mama, I pray to God, I said, yes. Yes, Lord. I felt good. You had to feel good. When you hear you talk to your little children and they're not listening and you have to get shout out for them 3-4 times. And then you talk to them afterward when you calm down and out that phase, you always talk to your children. Because that way you get them out the headspace that you were, as you talk to them in a certain way. And you realize that some children don't show their emotions. So we got to pay attention. They don't show their emotions. So as a result of that, they internalize everything. And then if you don't try to nip them out of that, you won't know until they do something dangerous. And it don't have to be physically knocking them over for them to feel a certain ways, verbally, emotionally, all the alleys, they're walking it up too. And it's not just grown folks walking up alleys, they're walking it up too. But I think as long as we know, we are able to stand up as parents and take accountability for our action towards our children and let our children know we don't mean them no harm. We're just trying to steer them in the right direction and explain things to them so they can understand. Sooner or later they will. But don't just be mad at your children and just walk away and that's it. Get your few minutes and you calm down or something. You get your children together. One in this arm, one in this arm. If you have more than two children, one sit right there with you and you sit and you talk to them, or you get a mat and you sit on that mat, fold the legs like how they do it in school with the younger children. Hold each of them hand and make each one hold hands, pray and talk to them. And let them know mommy love you, daddy love you. And you let them know, mommy dealing with this because mommy have the insurance to pay, mommy have the mortgage to pay, mommy have the rent to pay. Everything gotta be on mommy or everything gotta be on daddy. So we all have things to do that I want you guys to understand. All I'm asking of you guys is to go to school and get a good education. And that is starting here. It don't start when you get older. So when we reinforce these things into the children and let them know why we give that steam off, that they can't understand, and don't push them away when they come back around you. If you're still in your phase where you don't have to get out, just let them know, just leave me alone for a few minutes, I need to calm down. And they understand, but you make sure you use your emotions so they can understand. And that, trust me, because when I heard my little son today and he said he talked to God, it's a plus for me. And when I mean a plus for me, he's not taking credit for what he did, but it's a mere fact that if I didn't roll him, we say roll him or rush him then. I talk to him rough, a little harder than normal talking. He probably wouldn't understand to wake up. He would still be there, stubborn, don't care, and all these things. And then also it's also good to have, a good family member who is more stern than you. A good friend that you can call and say, hey, can you talk to my son? Even if you don't literally call them. But once they hear that person's name, all problems stop. Everything stop. Instantly. That's another thing. Because sometimes as parents, when you have your first child too, especially the first one, we grow them so spoiled that we think that because they're the only child, they are not wrong. They don't do nothing wrong until they are wrong in the law when it's too late. And then we wonder why they're like the way they are. It's because we didn't see when they do nothing wrong to nip it in the bud early. We let they go loose and then they go spoiled. It's like having a discrepancy with somebody, you don't know how to resolve the issue. You say, you know what, let's go out there and go do something foolish. But then when reality catch up on you, it will catch up on you. They don't have to say it, but it will, And then sooner or later you realize that, wow. You heard many people tell stories that when they grow up, if what they had known when they were younger, if they had what they know now, if they had known it when they were younger, things would have been better for them, And all of us said that. All of us, or if not all of us saying, many of us said that. With what we know now, if we had known it then, I was reading an article the other day, and this lady, I think in, was it Ghana or Gambia or something, she's from Michigan here, and I was reading the article. They make her a princess over there. She was pregnant in Michigan here at the age of 15, and her family member took her to a shelter. I think she said. I was reading the article. They took her to a shelter at the time when she was 15. Not she's a big woman now, and she said they took her to a shelter and said they're gonna return, and they never returned. So she was there to on only person was beside her was her best friend. So it's good to have best friend, and to all the good people them out there who are so good and genuine to others out there. God bless you guys' heart. Because sometimes you don't know how much you are catering for others, you know, when you be supportive with those people. You don't know how much you're changing their life. You don't even know it. You think that is just supporting, you're supporting, but just when you hear somebody start saying, you know what, you were there for me, regardless of everything I was going through. Now she's a princess in one of those African country. You know, Africa big like America too. You know, they have a good amount of countries over there. 'Cause Africa is a continent, you know, so gotta point that out. Africa is a continent. We are still a continent, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, now at 15 she got pregnant, you know, and they pass her off like nothing. And that's why people, your children are your children. They might do something that you don't like, but you gotta still right there for them, because you gotta remember they growing up same way. The kids are growing, everything is growing. Yes, you might feel some kind of way to know that your children let you down in a certain way, but you tear that child down and look now, that child become a princess in another country, and she's from Detroit. She's from Michigan here. And that child become a princess in another country. I wonder how those parents or family member who ruin her life then, or the man who even ruin her life. I wonder how they feel if she talking to them. Now she's married and everything over there, being respected. Man, you know, she probably wasn't being respected after she got pregnant at 15, because the judgment start. But now she's what? A princess. So we gotta look at life that we ain't gonna be down forever. You know, sometimes people judge you when they see you down, or you look raggedy, or you look like there's no hope for you. They judge you. But you know what? I think their judgment was just cast on you because they didn't know how to cast their own judgment on themselves. So they just cast it on you. Because they think that because they got it. Oh, I got it. So I don't have nothing to worry about. Let's tear this poor person down. Now you have to say yes, ma'am. Because she's, you know, in Africa, some African country, you gotta say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You know, you have to respect your elderly. You know. Gotta respect your elderly. So regardless of what you're going through, you have your children, don't write them off. Because they ain't gonna stay at square one forever. So please don't write your children off. No matter what they're going through, fight with them. Don't throw them out. Fight with them, because you can't have the next prime minister. You can't have the next governor. You can't have the next mayor. You can't have the next big politician. You can't have the next chief of commander. You don't know what you're gonna have. Cause you don't got those children mind. But when you don't give up for your children, you will see results. Like me, I didn't give up for my son. Was I mean sometimes to him? Oh yes, I didn't give up. My meanness was to steer him in the right direction. Cause you can give kids all the time sweetness, you know, we don't reward bad behavior. You know, they tell you. When children do bad, you gotta nip it in the bud quick. And when they do good, you reward them, you know what I mean? Everybody have a burden carrying. Everybody have so many things to deal with. Car payment, car note. Or even if you don't have a car payment, you have insurance, you have mortgage, you have so many things to take care of. You have men who are out there and they married and they have other children out there. They gotta pay child support, they gotta do so many things, you know. Plus they have a wife and home to take care of, animals, kids, so many things. Plus you wanna go out there and still have fun. And you can't, but guess what? Those kids are growing up, so once you take care of them, they're growing up. And they will appreciate you one day. Don't written off your children. You don't written off your children, because we've seen how many kids become superstar and their parents wasn't there for them. And when they become superstar, who evolved? Who popped up? Oh, whatever we're going through, get our acts together and try to step up for our children. Sometimes we're not going to be able to stand the guts out of them because I'm a mother, so I know. You know, and even though I don't fully know, because my kids are young, but just to see some of the things I had to knit in the bud or go through, and I had to reach out, you know, so I know. I have some experience just within the little one so far. You know, but don't write off your children, people. Don't write them off. And even if you're a man and you're out there and your children are out there and you have two different lives because you know that part of your chapter is closed with that one person, you don't write your children off. Make sure you're taking care of your children. And even if you weren't taking care of them, start make decision and make plan for 2024. That you know I'm gonna start make amends with my children. You know, just for the sake of the children. Can you see what are going on now? You know, children are growing up. They're not growing up like us. They don't have no tough skin on them. All their skins are gone. So whatever you guys are going through, don't write your children off, please. Because we've seen these children are becoming way knowledgeable and educated now. I'm not saying this everybody is going to become educated, but people, these younger generation as opposed to them, they are more having more opportunity to go to school, gain a skill, and not have to worry so much about a lot of stuff. While we were growing up, we had a lot more struggles than them. You know, so don't write your children off, people, please. You know, if you're mad, you're mad. If you're mad, that's fine. When you come back around, and you pray with those children and pray to God that we can make a difference. He answer prayer. You know, if you're mad with your children, that's fine. You know, it's natural. We're all mad with our children. Even the man that is rich mad with his own children. What say the middleman and the poor man? You don't make no difference. Your pocket don't define how you generate things with your children, because the children them are not your pocket. So you don't have nothing to do with your wealth. They all come with their own personality, their own features, their own everything, and they all come in your life. Some of them come like a living rug rat. They just rug, nerves. But don't give up off your children. Don't give up. Because one of these, and the end, if you're around people who are telling you to give up off your children, you let them know, no, not today. Not today. No. You keep pressing on and fighting. Seek help if they're out there and get them while they're young, especially the children who are young now that are not bent yet in their ways yet. You see, the kids that are stuck in their ways, those children are a little bit harder, but you keep fighting with them. Pray. Sometimes you get them in a good mood. Sometimes they're playing the little video game, they're not even looking at you. But when you get them in a good mood, you just whisper prayers, oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for my son. Thank you for my daughter. I ask of you, dear Jesus, to just cover them under your blood, dear Jesus. I know I was wrong. I know I was mean yesterday, but I want my children to understand the good, the bad, and the indifference. He answered prayer. He answered. And you keep whispering. Even if your child don't want to have nothing to do with you, every time you see that child, even if you across the street and you see that child, you keep praying. Lord, I know I made mistakes in the past. I know I've made my bad decisions. But please forgive me, Lord. Ask God for forgiveness. He will forgive you so you can make the right thing for yourself. You know, you gotta ask for what you want. You know? Ask for what you want. So he can help steer you out of what you're going through. We all going through something. Some people say they don't even have a good relationship with their children. We all going through something. When in a relationship with children is because of the wrong choice of people who we've been in relationship with or anything. Could be anything, whatever it is. And if you think that person is right for you, pray to God. Ask him. He will lead you in the right direction. You know, when mankind will tell you all kind of stuff, you know, God not gonna lead you wrong. The only time you lead wrong is because you're talking to him, but you thought you were talking to God, but you were talking to somebody else, because they said you cannot serve two masters and now. So we have to learn to understand all of that, you know, and have good support system around you. And that's another thing. When you don't have good support system around you, and you're going through stuff, and you dial somebody number, and they're routing the same way you routing, just hang that phone up, because that don't make no sense. You're grieving and you're reaching out, and they want you to go down the well, go down more so they could have a story to tell. Because they don't realize that if something happened, they're gonna be interviewed. Two foolish people. Instead of try to talk you out of a situation, they try to encourage you more. And that's why this world is so negative, because you might have one or two people that you always talk to about something, and some of them mouth is as negative with encouragement as they look. So you gotta pay attention, because if you could have handled the situation on your own, you would reach out. But when you reach out to someone and they don't have nothing good to say, hang that phone up. Or if you were in front of them and they were talking something, and it's like they're encouraging you to go commit what you don't need to be committing, walk away. Say, okay, I'll catch you up later, I gotta go. You need people around you that will tell you what you don't want to hear. That means anything you are going through negatively, and that person can say to you, you know what? Don't do that. Because that's not going to make no sense, and they're giving you a solution. Don't just tell me don't do that. Give me some reason why. Is it worth your time going to jail, or is it worth your time doing this or doing that? No. You want people who can help show you the way, not just tell you don't do that, I have no solution. Then you might, I'm not going to listen to you because you don't have no solution. You know what I mean? So, we need support system, We need people who can be there when you're going through stuff. And sometimes it's just to give a listening ears too. Sometimes it's not to respond. It's just to give a listening ears and make adjustment, That's the road man. I'm so happy that even yesterday I saw my son hug me up, and I said, why did you hug me up? And he said, Mama. I said, why did you hug me up? He said, Mama, I love you. In that hair video that I posted, I was being happy about my hair. And he said, Mama, I love you, Mama. I said, why you love me? He said, Mama, can you teach me so many things? Can you imagine if I was giving up on him? Sometimes I get mad at him, but that's fine. It's natural. When I catch myself and I say, are you ready now or something? Yeah. And it's constant trial and error. Even when you're teaching your children to read and write, and they're not getting it the way you're teaching them, sometimes you get so mad at them, and then after you finish, that's when you get the solution. Father, I'm telling you, I love this water. I could drink all day long, this one. But God will see us through, people. Keep going. Don't give up after your children. Whatever they're going through, fight. And if you can't handle them, seek help. Nothing wrong with seeking help. Something wrong if you know they're going through something and you don't seek no help. That can make matters worse for you nowadays. So seek help. Whatever you're going through. And don't let nobody make you feel lesser than a man or lesser than a woman. Once you're doing your part, just do it in the right way, And then you don't need to point no finger at no baby mama, just leave them alone. Once they get over their trash or what their garbage that they bringing to you, whether you're male or female, just leave them alone. Just walk away, just take care of your youth and that's it. If they try to make peace with you for the sake of the child, fine, just accept so you can have a good relationship for the sake of the child and move on. You already count your losses, you don't need to worry about nothing else. So that's all we gotta do is learn to move on, We gotta learn to conquer our losses. If you have to build things for the sake of your children, do what you gotta do. But count your losses and move on. don't need to be dreading on nothing, for the sake of our children, you know what I mean? Count our losses and move on. And you'll be surprised to know what's out there for you. And some women, some of us women, we're very bitter because of the way somebody do us wrong. But when we get over that phase, let go, leave those persons, let they vent. You don't be mad at them. You leave them alone. Walk away. You have kids with them or something. Walk away. Let them be mad, and when they get over their madness or something, they will come around. And for the sake of their children, because you have children and something, and just keep going, and that's it. You don't need to be calling, bitterness or something. You can hang your phone up. But you don't need to be worried and calling. Because I heard a lot of men now, they be calling the woman out their name and something, and I'm like, these men don't have no class. They be calling woman out the name, and then as soon as you call them out the name, they be mad. And I'm not saying it's just men alone, no, don't get me wrong. There's male and female do it, But it's just the thought that some men don't raise like they're supposed to. They don't raise like they're supposed to. I used to tell those kind of men, I say, you guys were raised by an animal. Because you can't look at someone and just call them out their name. You're ready to. And then the other thing I learned too, because you have a lot of female, when you have somebody breaking up and they become, your trash become their garbage. They all feel entitled to be rude to you. They all feel entitled to rude to you. Me, I'd like to say, once you stay in your lane, I'm good. You come out your lane, then that's when we have a problem. But you stay in your lane and you know your lane, you're good. You don't got no problem. But you don't come in my lane, you know what I mean? You stay in your lane. I don't bother you, you don't bother me, we good. Some people they find it, they find your garbage and they take the garbage, your garbage. Everybody have a garbage, so don't be mad. Everybody left somebody. Everybody left somebody, so don't be mad. When you were trial and error, everybody left somebody, so you don't need to be mad and be fool about it. Everybody had a garbage. Same way we have garbage you take outside. Everybody have garbage. That part of your chapter is done. You know what I mean? You keep going. And stuff. And they argue. Going back and forth. Calling these women like they have no sense. Are they stalking you? Who does that? You have man who married to woman and the woman stalk the man baby mama. That's a foolish woman. A man leave his baby mama and come and date you and marry you and you gonna start the baby mama. You are a foolish woman. You don't need to start nobody. You just keep going. No need. Just keep going, Because if the man wanted his baby mama and he wouldn't propose to you, he wouldn't marry you. So there, any woman needs to do that low class. Low class, baby. You don't do those things, I can't talk because I got experience, baby. So I ain't talking nothing like I don't got no experience. I got it. To each his own, and to everything we're going through. But I just using this year to be a reflective year to say, you know what? Even when you see the sky look nice and pretty and everything, and it's going good, doesn't mean it's all good. Doesn't mean it's all good, but we just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going. along the way. I met so many good, amazing people. I met so many amazing people. So many amazing people along the way. I met the good, the bad, and the indifference, you know. And I used to pray to God for it. I said, God, I need certain people up my life. And when my friends would say, so why you don't just tell them, you don't just block them or remove them? I say, you know, people automatically remove themselves. You don't even have to worry about blocking them or anything. Sometimes people do automatically remove themselves from your life. And right when you were thinking of removing them, you will notice that they remove themselves before you even try it. So there is no need to have headache or pain or anything. You know, people do remove themselves. And when they realize you're not on the same page like what they're hoping you're supposed to be on, they will remove themselves. You know. I remember after people do me wrong and then they want to come back around because they didn't see me fall on my knees and begging them, oh, please, please, no. They want to come back around. No, no, no. And you don't just say no, you know, it's something you have to really think about because this time now you're thinking about where you are in life, how are you going to manage, you know, there are several factors that leading up before you say no. You start to question yourself, would I be able to survive? Would I be able to do this, that, before you start, see if you can, you're going to root to begging. You know, there's a lot of things, you know. So you make sure you check first to see if you can survive before you say yes, yes. And I see why that's why a lot of time, you know, people run back into something and then they go right back into harm's way, you know, because they didn't ask themselves no question. They just think, oh, this person come back for me, he love me. Or she come back for me, she care for me. She care for you, yes. You're gonna have diabetes and arthritis next. And hypertension next. That's what you're gonna have because you're not seeing clear. You want spectacles. Oh, but we all learn some lessons along our journey. So whatever that lesson is look like to you, you know, that's your lesson, you know. Whatever that lesson is. We all have lessons. We used to have a playback on the call. It's a private lesson, a blessing for kids that are slow. Believe me, I know. I used to love it. So every time somebody mess with me, I go, private lesson, a blessing for kids that are slow. Believe me, I know. That was a play that they had in Jamaica. We used to love it. It used to come on TV. I think TVJ used to come on TVJ every what? I think every Sunday or something. And I think the young lady who used to act in that play to one of them become a Christian now. Yes, one of them married. I think she married and become a Christian now. I think she's still doing her plays though. But one of them get married now. But the show she used to come in, it used to be so fun. Private lesson, a blessing for kids that are slow. They're not really talking about children and they're talking about the grown folks. Private lesson, a blessing for kids that are slow. Believe me, I know. So that will be a good way to play. So you can look forward to watching it, you know. Turn the knife together, we say nothing cutting. There's so many fork and spoons. So I'm almost done washing the dishes, family. what time is it? I don't even know what time is it. But whatever we're going through, don't give up in life. Even though the times seem hard, the times seem rough, don't give up in life. So don't give up. We can talk about what we're going through. We rather talk about it than you sit down and internalize and plan like a how that little young small brilliant mind plans such a terrible act. So talk about what you're going through. You don't have to go into great details as to I'm going through X, I'm going through Y. You have to go into great detail, but talk where people can understand life. They understand life already, but just sit here when other people are going through stuff, then other people will say, okay, well, I'm not alone. They feel good because now they know that they're not alone. They have a songwriter say, you're not alone, you're not alone. You're not alone going through anything, you know what I mean? And if tomorrow I can take it downstairs, I'm gonna take it downstairs tomorrow. I was planning to take it tonight, but I didn't feel like going down there tonight. There's a silo outside. Outside. But I appreciate everyone though. I appreciate everybody, and as I always say, if you guys have a channel and you still here or anything, or whenever time you watch this video, if you do watch it and anything, leave me a comment and I will sure to check you guys out, And one of the things I realized that really helped too with support is when you constantly you come on and you comment on somebody's video. Whether you watch, for me, whether you watch it or not, you just comment. You know what I mean? Oh, it's 12:58. Oh, appreciate you, Carl. Thank you so much. Oh, it's not that bad. Wait, is it long night or something? Because I thought it would be like 1 o'clock already. I'm more of a night person. I'm not a day person. I'm more of a night person. But because they are young ones, they still got to do what they got to do. But I'm not a day person. Look, it's three of us live in the house and look at all these spoons. We have all these spoons. That's why it's good to have variety. Because I'm telling you that. And I didn't cook today. I didn't cook yesterday. I just buy some fast food. About the kids and fish and chips. And some juice. So that's what they eat. So in the morning time, I make them cereal in the morning time. Cereal with them though. Oh yes. But this life, you gotta be, just gotta keep going and be grateful and be thankful for life, because life is a circle, so it's like it go round and round. Go round and round and round. And I'm thankful for everybody that I met, you know, and I appreciate everybody, even in the comment section, to everybody that check out and everything. I appreciate everybody, you know what I mean? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone. You know, I might not be the best person in life, but I'm always grateful for everybody that I ever come into contact. Even the ones that teach you some terrible lessons, they all make your life up too. You know? They all make your life up. Everybody come in your life, they teach you something, you know? Somebody teach you something in life. That's all that is. Even having children, man. Having children tell me, if you never know how nasty look, wait till you have kids. Wait, if you never know how junk look, wait till you have children. And they're little and running around and they just push their hand in everything and then they go, like the little one. And then every time you look around, you're so embarrassed sometimes till you it become a point now where you don't even care. And it take a while for you to grow to understand, you know what? Welcome to Kids World, where the junk don't become junkier. Your car look like a hot loaf of garage in, you know, a junkyard. Sale out. They're having a sale. Take me to the dumpster. Having a sale. Take me to the dumpster. I'm telling you, man. So all these things, like I remember I said, that's how we were as a kid. Or just mess everything up and poor mommy have to be walking behind us, picking up everything. I'm like, God bless those mama's soul. God bless their heart. I don't know. I don't know if I could have done that. I don't know. Because every time you look, even today before I left the house, I went into the playroom. I went over by the place here to pick up some food. Some sweets. They always give us sweets. Like bread or whatever. So I went over there to go pick me up some. And I cleaned out the playroom. And by the time I looked, that playroom looked like a sty per sty. So I'm like, Lord of mercy. You know? I said, Lord of mercy. Mind you, not everybody's house gonna be junky. It depends on how you raise your children. Everybody raise their children different. And when you're a single person, you're going through a whole lot. I'd rather the kids tear the house up than I tear the butt up every second. Okay? When I used to work, I used to have this friend here, and he said, look, I have a dog, and that dog tear my whole car up. He likes to sit in the front seat, and the dog tear his whole car seat up. And that was a dog, so imagine the kids. That was a dog, so imagine the kids, guys. Dog tearing up the car seat, so imagine the children. But what can I say? What can I do? Just keep going and keep encouraging them to clean up their mess. And put it, if they don't want to do it, AZ coming. get up these pencils to wash my pencils up. Well, I hope to see live to see next year, and next year be a year full with everything that we all would desire. You know, whether to meet up, to greet, to just keep going. You know, I know a few people say they're planning to meet up or so forth, but I don't know. You know, I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to buy one more of this thing here. You know, just to meet up and greet up. Three of us in the house and look at all the fun. Three of us in the house and we all have all the fun. It's crazy. Three somebody in the house. And I like to see my kitchen sink not dirty because I use my kitchen to cook, so I don't like to see my kitchen dirty. You know, when you use the kitchen to cook, you know, I don't want my kitchen to be dirty. Even though sometimes it can be avoided, but sometimes you're tired. When you're tired, you gotta do what you gotta do. When you're tired, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Once you get out the tired phase or so, then you can keep going, you know. When you're tired, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I like my kitchen clean because then it's make it time easier. So if in the morning you get up and say you want to do some breakfast, at least you have your pot clean, you know, every little thing clean up and so forth. Oh yes, yes, same thing with me over here too. I'm praying that next year will be great as well. You know, praying that next year will be a year filled with grace and mercy. And then I have big plans, you know, so and to see how things can be, you know. Now I'm trying to learn something else so that I can be something else. So I hope and pray myself that next year will be a year that filled with so many things, you know, the unexpected goodness, the good deed, the everything, so many things, and the love, you know, and everything. So I'm hoping for that as well, Karen. I am hoping. But once we live to see that, then when we cross it, only when we cross it, we will know what's going to happen. For the Lions to win their game and all these things. So big dreams, big dreams. You know what I mean? We have big dreams. For the Lions to win their game as well, you know. Life to go on. I forgot I have my ice jug. Mama always say wash your ice jug first before the grease. Let the water out. Because when you wash the ice jug, when the water is soaked in, when you have grease in there, then your ice jug become greasy. You'll be like my mama. Mama say no. And then for next year to be a year that anything's not working out, I don't need to worry about it. Just let it go. I'm gonna be like Elsa. Is it Elsa? That cartoon that said let it go. I'm gonna be like one of them. Let it go. Just let it go. Whatever not going right, whatever not sitting well, just let it go, then. Count the losses and let it go, you know. That's what I'm gonna do. Let it go. Well, I come a long way, people. When I tell you I come a long way, when I mean come a long way, all the things that I had endured, and it was just shifting my. I'm always a person who is always encouraging to myself, you know, always encourage myself. But you know, sometimes life it knock you in a way that sometimes you don't even remember who you are. You know what I mean? But when you find it, when you finally start to find yourself back, you feel so good. You feel so good. Doesn't mean you're not gonna talk about the struggles and the step you take to get there. You know what I mean? But you make you feel so good. Make you feel so good. Make you feel so good. So I guess we're done here. Just gotta wipe this back off with some scented I have some something that went out in here, so I need to buy me a back of bleach. I don't know why I thought I had bleach from the other day, and when I look, there's no bleach. No bleach. And then I was gonna change the stove stuff now, but I'm like, you know what, let me wait till next week or something. And then I don't even know what I'm going to cook for Christmas. I don't know yet. And the Christmas is next week. I don't know. I have no clue. You know, sometimes you just don't have a clue. Sometimes you don't have a clue of what for Christmas. Don't have a clue. Sometimes you don't have a clue, baby. Until that day. You know, since I started use olive oil to cook, I start see a lot of difference. I need to buy me some avocado oil too. Already avocado oil is good. I heard the avocado oil is good, so I probably need to get that too. That lavender thing when you wipe your kitchen down and you smell it, it smells so good. give your kitchen a nice little aroma. I need some bleach again. You know when you use the kitchen in your towel them look like a your towel they look like they forgotten. I have no clue either. 5 days until Christmas and I don't know what I'm doing either. I feel you on that. I'm with you on that. I have no clue. But you know what's so funny? When the day come, you'll be surprised to know you have something in mind, but you just don't have it right now. You just don't have it right now. And then I was more excited last year for Christmas than this year, you know, because of all the of one thing. Because I was planning, I was hoping I would be there with Christmas and everything. But then when everything was going here on with the court system and everything, I'm like, what is going on? I don't know if I was gonna be outside or you don't know what people were gonna do. You know what I mean? So that kind of changed my perspective a little bit of not feeling Christmas, but still wanna be in Christmas. You know, because when something happened and you start to shift your perspective, you're not feeling it no more. You're not feeling it no more. You know what I mean? You're about wasting longer. You're not feeling Christmas no more at all at all. But you know what? As long as life lasts and I live to see this world, I'm good. That's all that matter right now. I'm good and I already hustle around, get little stuff for the kids already, so we'll be good, you know. I'm grateful. Okay. I can't complain. I just have to just clean up my house, rearrange it the way I want it, you know, so I can sort out some stuff so, you know, I can get the kids together. So they can still, you know, get their little Christmas present and they can open it, you know what I mean? I can't complain much. I can't complain much at all, at all. And then, just gotta mop the floor. That's I like to smell. The water smells so good, so good. But yeah. So that's it right there. I did right there. I just have the floor to mop. The floor is not that dirty, but I don't feel like using no Swiffer. I have the Swiffer, but I don't feel like using it. I don't feel like using it. I don't feel like using it at all, at all, at all. Let me see how far this battery is if it's about to die. No clue of Christmas. Okay, it's 120. Alright, so thanks to everyone who stopped by and everything. Probably I'm gonna end the video because this one something it's earlier. I had posted a video when I was outside. It was snowing, so yeah. So probably gonna still try to I was straightening up the living room, but I just do that off a camera. I do content in it. I was thinking, what should I start? Procrastination is real. Say you're gonna do something, and then shortly after you just go right in and you just clap yourself down, and you're like, oh, look at you. Bye. Oh, good. But I want to say a big thank you to each and every one that stopped by and like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you guys did or anything. And big shout out to you guys and to Corn Bean. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting your girl here and everything. I appreciate you, and me, the new year bring us nothing but health and strength, long life, peace, happiness, positiveness, not dwelling on the past, and just keep going. And for me to be a better person for my children. I'm always a better person, but I mean to always keep being a better mama. You know what I mean? Because there's always room for improvement. No matter how you look better, there's always room for improvement. And that's why we're constantly evolving. Yeah. But anyway, I want to say a big thank you to everyone. And if you got a channel, leave me a comment and I will sure check you guys out. So God bless you all and peace. I was just about to say it, but you forced me to it. So appreciate everybody, man. Enough love and Corn. Big up yourself. And God bless you, my brother. God bless you all every time. Respect. Bye.